Hey, you sure they came this way? Didn't you hear the sounds, idiots? No doubt about it. Estelle, we have to hurry. Right. Dun, 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 dun. Lock the door. I'll get the ship launched immediately. Got it. Activation key. Recognized. Confirmation code entered. And we can go. But what? I'm opening the hatch via remote control. We'll be launching immediately, so take a seat. Okay. It's them! Fire, don't let them escape! Bye! We just dropped. We're falling! It's fine. We'll correct shortly. There we go. Fly suckers, Estelle and Joshua for life. Think they can just fly away? Hell with that. Sortie the airships, we're going after them. Uh-oh. Whoa, this is a radar, isn't it? There's 3 lights getting closer, I think. Pursuers. We need to evade them somehow. Joshua, you know how to fly an airship? The basics, at least. The ship doesn't have any armaments, however. This isn't the best situation for us to be in. Oh, great. Wait, why did you go for a ship with no weapons? The ship was undergoing maintenance, so the security was lighter. It was an emergency, so I didn't have time to be picky. An emergency? You don't mean the fact that I was caught on the Glorious? Enough. We're gonna be flying rough, so hang on to something. So she knows that he was emergency, he had to get her. She couldn't pick. She's all like, oh, he loves me. Over us. This is bad. Those guys chasing us seem pretty good. The pilots have been put through one of the society's piloting focus enhancement programs, most likely. They won't be very good at adapting to the unusual, but for more common tasks like chasing down a ship, they're very good. I get it. They're like those guys from earlier. If they're bad at adapting, though, maybe we can cause some kind of accident. Yeah, were we hit? No, wait, that wasn't our ship. Is the Sky Bandit ship helping us? Yeah. That's no way. The Bobcat, but why? Joshua, you're on that ship, right? That voice. Yeah, it's me. What are you guys doing here? I thought you'd be out of Libro by now. My brothers got all worried that you might run into trouble, so we've been shadowing that flying whale for a while. Really? Who's the one begging us to follow Joshua, looking all worked up and ready to faint? Kyle! Enough, you two. Besides, lad, we have a little payback to give the society ourselves. We thought we could stick around here until we settled our other debts. I see. Thank you. You saved me. Yeah, you better be grateful. We've had an eye on you for a while and noticed you weren't firing back. Some kind of problem? I have to take a ship with no armaments. It's proven to be a bit of an issue. I can imagine. What do we do then? Right then, we'll split them in two. You can probably lose one, right? One, no problem. It's a plan then. Blessings of Adios be with you. Josette, take care. Joshua, take care, you hear me? Those skills, though. Still, is anything on the radar? Nope, all the lights are out. It looks like... seems like we completely lost them. Good. Why is this thing shaking? I gotta say, I was surprised by the bandits. They're kind of okay. I never thought they'd show up out of the blue to save us like that. Maybe I've been a bit too hard on them. It's true. I would simply set it aside as part of our contract. But I suppose relationships between people aren't that simple. What's this all of a sudden? Put two people together and maybe they'll fight. Maybe they'll be friends. All kinds of stuff can happen. That's just how people act, you know? Yeah. How people act was never very clear in the world I lived in. Oh. Kill or be killed. Take or be taken from. Until I met you, my life was an endless cycle of such simplicity. But, even you had some good times with Lo and your sister, right? Lo told you about that, did he? It's true. I have those memories, but they feel like someone else's. What? After my heart was shattered, my memories of Hamill were no longer my own. I think it's because I gave up being human and chose to become a puppet. I do clearly remember my sister's death. She and I were attacked by men lying in wait for stragglers. The man swatted me away and forced my sister to the ground. Oh. At the time I was too young to know what he was probably meant to do. All I knew was that he was hurting my sister and I had a bad feeling, so I grabbed onto the man's back. I ended up getting crushed and thrown off immediately. Somehow, though, I had managed to get my hands on the man's gun. Thinking about it, I wonder, did I have a talent for killing people even then? I'd never even been taught how, but I still removed the safety and pulled the trigger with no hesitation. The man fell over, spewing blood from his mouth, looking confused. At that moment, I finally realized I'd shot a man. He wasn't quite dead yet, though. He jumped up, combat knife out, screaming and gurgling incoherently, with murder in his eyes. I curled up and closed my eyes, like I was being attacked by a wild animal. But there was no impact. I was embraced by something soft. When I opened my eyes, there was my sister, gently smiling at me. The man had collapsed at some point and Lo was standing there dumbstruck with horror. My sister, cradled by Lo, gave me her harmonica, and then she closed her eyes. I remember every detail, you see, but even talking about it like this doesn't make me feel sad. It's just a slight tugging at the heart, like reading a stranger's diary. And the same is true of my time with you. No. I do think I was changed a little by touching your warmth. I learned happiness and joy with you, and finally came to think of you as someone dear. But somewhere it all felt as if it was distant. I suspect that's what my real self was feeling. The empty void of the broken puppet that is Joshua Astray. Go Seaside Way? This is goodbye, Estelle. Please do not chase after me anymore. I was a little happy to see you one last time, but even so, we should not be together. Being with someone like me will never be good for you. And to be frank, you will only be a burden to me. So, you're a terrible liar, you know that? What? Joshua, listen. I've seen and heard a lot since you left. And now I think I understand. I understand the reason you left, the real reason. The one you haven't even admitted to yourself. You can't bear to be with me because your heart's broken? You feel like being with me is someone else's story that you can never ever have? And come on, I'll be a bad influence on you? Or you'll hold me back? What? That's all a bunch of lies, every single one, especially that last one. They aren't lies. No, Joshua, really, listen. I understand now. You're really, really scared. What? You think it's your fault that your sister died, and you'd never ever forgive yourself if something happened to me. That's why you ran away from me that night. Everything else was just pinned on afterwards. That's ridiculous. Weissman's conditioning left me incapable of feeling fear. He took away my ability to feel it, so that I wouldn't hesitate during an operation. You're a little off target, I'm afraid. No, darn it, I'm not talking about something that's superficial. Joshua, you said you can't help but feel like your sister's death happened to someone else, right? Do you know why that is? Of course. It's because I'm a broken wreck of a human being. No, wrong though. We aren't letting self-pity get in the way here. Joshua, you just don't want to remember how awful it was when your sister died, how you blame yourself for it. Unconsciously, you've been trying to think of it as someone else's problem, to get away from it. A lot of people do that. And on that ship, don't tell me you weren't afraid there. I mean, it was a lot of work just to sneak on board, right? But you didn't even hesitate to help me escape. It's almost as if you were trying to get me away from danger, as fast as you possibly could. Danger you were afraid of. You aren't a broken wreck, Joshua. You're just scared, mostly because you care for people so much it breaks your heart, and you're lying to yourself about it. That's how I see it, and I know I'm right. But that can't... Why can't you? Have you forgotten, Buster? I'm Liberal's #1 Joshua watcher. Oh, now that I know all about your past, too, I'm the biggest authority on Joshua Stray in the world. I know more than Weissman or Lowe even. Joshua scared and Joshua brave. Joshua lying and Joshua honest. My beloved Joshua. I finally found you, Joshua. I finally reached you. Stop. But I need to say this. I don't want to just be one more person you feel like you have to protect. As long as I'm a bracer, I can't stay away from danger. It's not gonna change, even if you leave again, Joshua. It's what I have to do to be who I am. And so, Joshua, let's make a promise. Promise? Let's go forward together from now on and protect each other equally. I'm strong enough to be able to cover your back now. And if you're at my side, there's nothing I can't beat. No matter what kind of crazy nonsense the society throws at me, I won't die. So you don't need to be afraid for me anymore. Estelle, Why? How? I haven't been able to cry since Karen died. I could never even shed tears as an act, but now... Oh, it's okay. No one's looking. Cry as long as you want. And I'll just hold you like this. Duh, got me all worked up. Don't do that, guys. Please team up again. Don't leave, Joshua. We need the team back. That was a little embarrassing. No kidding.